Hello, welcome back to Switched On, and just want to straight away offer my apologies for the lateness of this video. I've had a bit of sickness and some stuff going on at work, so this is the first video in a couple of weeks, but we're back on track now, and we're going to dive straight back into our Everton career mode on the Nintendo Switch. And if you remember, we're off the back of a 4-1 victory at Anfield in the Merseyside derby, which was a superb win for us. And a great game. So the next game up is Newcastle at home. And you see the side there. We're keeping the same 11 that started the Liverpool game. Just playing more in that 4-3-3 shape rather than the 4-5-1. We tend to play away. So Lookman and Richarlison pushed up the field a bit to help Immobile up front. So familiar kits. Home kit for Everton in blue and Newcastle in the famous black and white stripes. And you see that win at Liverpool there pushed us up into 5th. And now we really are in the mix of the top 3. So let's get underway with this one. And immediately under pressure, Lookman pressurising the Newcastle defence and getting a save from the keeper. And just before half time here, I'm not going to lie, this was a terrible game. And Sigurdsson getting through there. But yeah, it's a bit of a case of after the Lord Mayor's show, really, after that tremendous game at Liverpool. Just felt a bit flat this game, just didn't really get going at all. And the Newcastle just defending in numbers, really restricting space, and just were not interested in getting anything out of this game. Lookman again outwinds Sigurdsson, gets the cross in, and Richarlison's header not troubling the keeper. But it's really the story of the whole game, really. Just could not get anything going. And that's the end of the highlights, what there were, if you can call them that. A 0-0. Disappointing. So we're going to quickly brush that under the carpet and move on to the next game. Watford at home. Second home game in a row. You notice there are a few changes, especially up front. Llorente, Walcott, both coming in, trying to give us a bit of a spark. Thankfully, this game was a little bit brighter than the Newcastle game, but not by much. The early chance there, going begging. And that's a nice ball. Walcott using his pace to get behind. Should have done better. And it comes to nothing. Watford had their fair share of chances in the first half. Deeney having a go there. And not long after they get in again down this left hand side. And Deeney again heading wide. Should have done better. Another chance here for Everton. Ball flashed across the box. And again, kind of the story from the Newcastle game. Not a lot going on. Here's a Kaka. Great player. Good pace. Gets past us and draws a save out of Pickford. But yeah, as I was saying, it's much like the Newcastle game. Huffing and puffing. Not creating a lot, not getting a lot of those clear-cut chances. So, half-time sub, trying to give us some spark. Cutrone and Schneiderlin coming on. See if we can get anything going. Second half here is Holgate. Dances in off the right-hand side. And falls to Schneiderlin. And Cutrone, and he's hit the post. Well, kind of had a luck's going. Holgate's shot again. It's charged down. Here's Schneiderlin. Oh, good feet. And he's in. And he's got getting crowded out, and he draws a save out of the keeper. But that was really good play from Schneiderlin. And Gomez, he's a fellow midfielder, and he's off target. But at least we're getting forward and getting some chances now. Here's Schneiderlin again, picking it up deep. And finding a bit of space. He's got options, but he's going on his own. Draws a save, and I think that's Cutrone hitting the post. Yeah, clearly offside there. So final few seconds, and 0-0 again. So really, really poor. Haven't capitalised on that win at Anfield at all. 2 0-0 draws. Really disappointing. And see there, we stay 5th in the table, but should have you want to win at least one of those games. If you're looking on paper and you've got Newcastle and Watford at home back to back, you've got to be looking at, you'd be wanting 6, at least 4 points. So we come away from that week really disappointed. Because of those slow games, what we're going to do is dive straight into a third game. And this time we've got Man City. So let's get going on this one. You see the league table on the right hand side there, actually down to 6. And these are the kits for this game. We're going to stick with the dark blue. Nothing else really suited. So here's the side. We're going to adopt that 4-5-1 again. We'd like to play away from home. Walcott, Lookman out wide. Schneidlin keeps his place in midfield after finishing strongly in the last game. And Richarlison in an unfamiliar place, unfamiliar position for us as a central striker. So just confirming they're down to 6. But yeah, Richarlison, I think, bit of pace up front, bit of the unknown, bit of trickery. And I think we're going to need something a little bit different up there. So let's get to the game. Etihad. And Richarlison actually picking it up deep here, isolated in that role, but he's got the legs to get past people. He's quick. And he's in, and he scored. Well, it was a gamble putting him up there, but it's paid off almost immediately. 5 minutes gone, and Richarlison runs it from his own half with no support, slams it left-footed past Ederson, and that is a dream start. That's just what we wanted. A couple of minutes later, and City are not taking that line down. Chance here for Sane, and easy for Pickford. And Sterling getting down the right-hand side. And City really piling the pressure on at this point. They want that goal back. And good work at the back from Keane. And again, another good effort. And again, under pressure. Finding it hard to get out. Giving the ball away. Here's Sterling again. Should have done better. Pickford palms it back into the way of the striker, and they can't get rid of it. Still don't get rid of it. Oh, City should have done better there. Jesus. And Pickford doesn't need to do that. He's throwing it straight back to Sterling, and he has to make the save to recover. Just watch this little bit of skill. Oh, see you later. Gabriel Jesus. And then right on the stroke of half-time, we've really weathered a storm there, but holding on for a 1-0 lead at half-time. That's kind of what we come here to do, nick a goal. Can we keep a clean sheet? That's the big question. Not done it too many times this season. Loftus-Cheek getting caught in the midfield. Oh, and what a finish. Kevin De Bruyne. And the almost immediate answer to the question of can we keep a clean sheet is no. Look at that from De Bruyne. We're going to have another look at this. Just lifts it in with the outside of the right foot. Top corner. Absolute quality goal. Loftus-Cheek really got to hold his hands up there for giving the ball away. But he's getting down the right-hand side here. Feeding Richarlison, who's done a great job as a centre-forward. Coming out to show wide here. Holding it up. And that is a great ball in. And Walcott should have done better. Probably should have played it back across goal. And there's the final whistle. Tremendous result. We seem to do well against the big teams, especially away from home. And there's another good result. Oh, well, it's another draw. 3 draws on the trot isn't ideal. But I'll tell you what, to come to the Etihad and get a point, not many teams are going to do that this season. So we'll take that as a plus, really. As much as the Newcastle and Watford games were a negative, that's the positive. So there we go, 3 games wrapped up, 17 played now. Everyone's played 17. We're in 7th, sorry. 4 points off of 2nd place. Look at that. 2nd, 3rd and 4th all on 31 points. And Watford on 30. Arsenal 28 and us on 27. So very close. All to play for. And join us for the next episode where we take on Tottenham. See you then.